Gannon Buhr throwing shade? No way that could be true. What's up, degenerates? It's the disc golf world. I'm Jefferson, and we are no longer sleeping in a minivan. Shout out to all the Patreon members for the continued support throughout the season that allowed us to bring you our tournament coverage. Now that we're officially settled into the off season and have sent out the giveaway discs, yes, they're on their way, guys. Sorry for the delay. But disc golf might be slowing up, but that doesn't mean you're going to get rid of us completely. Don't worry, videos will still be out Monday and Fridays with some extras thrown in here and there, but more importantly, a video every single day of December until Christmas. That's right, for those that were here last year, Discmas is back. Make sure to subscribe to not miss out on all that, but for now, we gotta talk about Gannon Buhr being a little mouthy over on Facebook. It was only a matter of time before he got off the parent-supervised account after all. Also, I hope you guys understood the sarcasm in the beginning of the video, because Gannon has never been shy to throw a little shade. It hasn't even been 2 weeks since he was talking shit about his old sponsor, calling their baskets not up to quality. There's plenty of examples throughout this season where it seemed Gannon felt comfortable expressing his opinions without any filter, and I would be one big hypocrite to not love the way he handles it, especially when he clearly isn't talking shit just to do it. Rather actually points out problems to advance the sport. But for some reason, when you do that, you get labeled a douche. Turns out, wearing that with pride might be a better solution as it gets the conversation rolling. I've never heard as much complaints about D-Glow as I did this year. And for the most part, it was the same Gannon Buhr talking points on repeat. I can only hear how bad the back nine scoring separation is so many times. I'm about to buy the kid a new Lego set just to stay quiet. However, we're going to be talking about the number one most annoying topic I had to hear constantly while on the road. That being, was this season from Gannon better than the Paul McBeth's 2015? The first rumbles of this claim seemed to pop up around Worlds, which seemed absolutely ridiculous to me, and I even had to ask McBeth this.
Only because I have the opportunity and I don't want to waste it. As a self-proclaimed McBeth fanboy, I gotta ask, what are your thoughts on people starting to compare your 2015 season with what Gannon's been able to do so far? I think it's insane, but I wanted to hear what your opinion is.
Go to 2019 and then try to compare.
That's all I had.
Yep.
Really wish Paul would have just shut that down with a better answer. Not gonna lie. I understand the cool humbleness of dropping look at 2019, but when literally majority of fans weren't paying attention to the sport, they don't care about that point. Plus, they'll have the blanket excuse of the competition is better now, which always seems weird to me because in the same breath, you gotta count out Ken Kleinmo from the debate altogether. The DGPT made a post comparing the two seasons, and I still can't comprehend how this is an actual conversation. I have no issue making the statement that this is one of the greatest seasons of professional disc golf. Anyone arguing that is objectively wrong, purely based on beating the all-time money record in a season. And yes, winning 7 events in this field is insane. And Buhr wanted everyone to know that, as he brought receipts to the comment section. Although, the reason he had to bring them out, because Ricky went on to make this post. Competing with both week in and week out, it's McBeth, and it's not even close. Is this just the blown 6-stroke lead talking, or does he actually have a point? Take the recency bias out of things, and I really don't think there's a person better to ask about this than Ricky. I mean, name a dude who's been a runner-up to these two more than him. Personally, I'm not ready to ask him, but maybe at the beginning of next season it would be a good question after the reflection. In the meantime, he's going to stay clubbing out there with AB in Arizona. One thing's for sure, Gannon isn't letting him get away with this one either, as he comments this Reddit post. I know it's literally impossible to pass, but here's some stats. Essentially, it broke down the depth of the field from 2015 to 2024. This highlighted the stronger competition that Gannon had to not only play against, but beat 7 different times. And how many of those were 4-round tournaments? Because other than the M next to the name of the event, subjective prestige, or however else you want to justify calling McBeth's Aussie Open win that had 5,000 rated players in the field. And yeah, that was a major. Not sure how the hell we can say that was a better victory than Gannon's wins at Waco, Portland, Beaver State, Ledgestone, D-Glow, or GMC. You pick. But that damn M. Wait a second. Not sure how I started defending Gannon right now. Clearly he doesn't need any help, as he made this hater delete his comment. Don't worry, we still got it. as Mr. Bryan would like no one to remember that he told 19-year-old Gannon Buhr to stick to Legos and having her mommy drive you around. Not sure why Alden Harris is out here catching strays, but Gannon's got his friends back coming out swinging. Everyone knows the easiest way to make an insecure disc golfer instantly sad is mention their distance. And after that headshot from Buhr, the only appropriate way to respond was delete the comment, and hopefully Facebook as a whole. Brodie Smith took a quick break from opening trading cards to agree with Ricky on his take. Although, I'm not reading that as a hill he's dying on. However, just like every other disc golf content creator, desperately grasping for interesting topics that fans want to hear. And I'm not talking about Gannon Buhr not wearing his elusive flat bill. I'm sure we're going to hear Brodie's full opinion, as well as co-host Paul Ulibarri, who already has shared a sneak peek of his take. As he went on to comment, how are you going to have the best season ever without a world title? And all I have to say is, I agree. But I think that's a disc golf problem that needs to be addressed in a whole other conversation. At the very least, I'm glad there could be dialogue about an argument that isn't tossing around insults and rather trying to point out actual ideas. Although, we're still going to have to endure all those wild takes. Like, come on, I don't remember anyone claiming Eagle was going to be the GOAT. Being good and the greatest of all time is two completely different things. And I mean, just look at the damn resumes. Let's not forget though, Gannon Buhr himself even said on the upshot that Paul's 2015 season is probably not going to be possible to break again. And on paper, winning 5 majors in a season will be hard to ever beat. That's not stopping the disc golf community from going all out for whichever side they represent. Those screaming average finish of 1.6 being quickly challenged by those claiming the field was full of plumbers. Just for the arguments of winning the most amount of money being shut down by those pointing out if McBeth literally won every single NTM major in 2015, he wouldn't have even made $60,000. Drop in the comments which season you think is the greatest of all time. In other news, Paul McBeth and friend of the show Dylan Cease announced the return of Supreme Flight. If you're unaware of what that is, back before the COVID boom, this was the Hypebeast style brand. Pretty much always backed by Paul, because what are friends for? Or what was in exchange for holding the bag? Slowly, it started to fade away from the scene, but that didn't stop your boy from rocking that drip. Then again, I had a fucking perm, so don't take fashion advice from me. But it's back! Not the perm, don't worry, that shit ain't never coming back. But this time with Dylan is going to take it to the next level. Not sure exactly what that means, but they want to say they have big dreams for the company and see it as a tool to get disc golf in front of a bigger audience and a way to express their creative side. I know that's important to our boy Dylan as he's an artist himself. His choice, painting. And would you look at what's in the background of this? I'll try my best to get as much out of him as I can because there's another announcement that went live yesterday, and that's Dylan now being the co-owner of Brixton. You know, the people responsible for the disc golf trading cards and big supporters of the disc golf world. I'm not sure who's more erect after that news, me or Adam Hammis, because the card game is about to elevate like crazy. If you haven't already tried getting your hands on some, you should ASAP, because it's only going to get better and better. Luckily for you guys, I'll be interviewing Dylan Cease about everything he can tell us, so subscribe to not miss out on that. Last debate causing drama among disc golf fans is the FBO Player of the Year race. And since Swiss is usually the guy talking FPO, figured I would take this as my moment. And then I looked at the breakdown and I don't even want to throw my hat in the ring. Which probably makes it a good thing that the disc golf world doesn't have any sort of media vote. And no, we're not butthurt about it. You know, since other creators who only watched at home can cast their vote. And who cares about the people that were at the events? In that case, give me Evelina. Since we value this whole major and world championship thing so much, she's got the edge in my opinion. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And since we're talking about the awards, make sure to go cast your votes. You get the chance to be a part of the decision of the most improved and comeback player of the year, as well as the rest of the players you want to see in the All-Star event. And trust me, you're going to want to have a say who we see at that tournament. But for now, that's everything disc golf from the weekend. If you want to stay up to date with all things disc golf, make sure to subscribe because the disc golf world will be here all off-season, keeping you informed. This Wednesday, we'll have an exclusive interview with Dylan Cease about all his disc golf ventures for the future. See you then.